Then we'll move on to defense.
We'll get right into it, right? The following drills show how we progress through our warm-up. All drills should start with a whistle. That's pretty key for facing off. It's not on a go call or anything like that, but every time you have someone facing off, they go off the whistles, they get used to that. Every day we work on whistle reaction, technique, sound, and stick skills. Start small and build your way up to live face-offs. Every day you don't have to go live. Hearing a whistle, working on technique are just as important. And then all drills must be done with game-like speed and intensity. Now some of these drills, we do them every day, and some guys, they just go through the motions and not give an effort, and you're not going to get better at that. All right, some of the freshmen coming in, they fall into that category. Other guys like John Antonati's, who their primary move is to jump, and this is the first drill that we do every day in practice. All right, just so you see, I apologize that you can't hear the whistle, but just so you can see it, all it is start on the whistle, and it's quick, over the top, as fast as we can go. Usually we do 3 or 4 sets of this pre-practice. That's going to be John Antonati. Driven for reaction from one whistle. The key to this drill is to change the cadence of the whistle so they can't get into a rhythm, they can't read the whistle. You jump over the ball to keep the drill going. You can clamp as well and rake in this drill, but I suggest not using a ball. All this is to get their hands moving, quick hands, you're hearing the whistle. Yeah.
You mentioned reading the whistle.
So like usually certain referees will have the same cadence. So it'll be down, set, whistle. And the same guy comes out, down, set, whistle. Right? Now as a face-off guy, if you recognize the referee who's doing your face-off and now they switch throughout the game, they throw you guys off. But if you can read that and time it up and maybe jump the whistle a little bit without getting called for a violation, smart face-off guys do that. In this drill, the one whistle drill, you want to change it up so now they can't read that situation. So it's purely on the reaction of that whistle.
Kevin, are they doing all different moves on the one whistle drill or just jump?
We only jump, but like I said, you can do whatever move you want. You can clamp, you can rake it out if you want, but if you do those moves just to keep the drill going, I would suggest not using a ball. Alright. Pretty simple, but especially now with the new rules that we have how to drive. Right? Drive hard into the ball with only your right hand on the stick. If we don't drive into the ball, we'll most likely be pushed off the ball. Driving into the ball helps us jam our opponent and gain the advantage. So what we want to do here, you're going to see he goes down with 2 hands just to line up the correct way. Takes his left hand off and is just driving hard into the ball with his right hand on every whistle. So line up right, we're just driving hard into the ball. You want to line up. You want to line up with the ball in the center of your stick, and now when you drive into it, you're pushing the ball down to near your throat with the stick. That's going to be the strongest part and the thinnest part, so you can usually pinch and pop from there. Alright. Now just with both hands on your stick, this is part of our progression during our warm-up. Focus on driving the ball into the bottom part of your head. Alright, it's just the same drill now as before, 2-hand drive. Drive hard to the ball. Alright, next step. We're going to drop your left hand forward to gain an advantage and work under your opponent's head. Alright? Now this is just the next step. We're still driving, still punching into the ball. Alright, now the left hand you're going to see is going to come forward a little bit. No feet yet. Just all drive and punch. Drive and punch.
So slow.
Just go work your driving the ball while punching your left hand forward and rotating around the ball to reestablish your balance. This is an important step in the progression because it's going to help us drive back into the ball on our second move. And we'll touch upon that a little later. So right now you're going to see punches and then he gets his feet going, his chest stays on top. He wants his head nice and low to his stick, not touching the stick, but nice and low so he stays on top of the ball. Then drive and he gets his feet going right away. We're driven into the ball, punch their left hand and step with their left foot. We want to now continue that same cycle until we're on top of the ball or gain an advantage. This drill consists of 2 whistles. On the first whistle, we want to drive, punch, and step. On the second whistle, we repeat that same progression. In this drill, it's important to emphasize that on the second whistle, we want to drive back into the ball. Too many times you see guys just rotating around the ball and not driving into it again. Rotating is good, but unless you continue to drive into the ball, you will never gain the advantage. And this is something I actually picked up just this past summer. Greg Grenley, faceoff guy for Lizards. Huge, right? Best faceoff guy this summer in the MLL. And his big thing is not just rotating, but with his size and his strength, when he initially drives and rotates, and now that second move, which you rarely win it clean anymore, right? He drives, rotates, and now uses that strength and reestablishes his feet, and now he's exploding back into the ball. And when he explodes to that second time back into the ball, that's when he usually gains that advantage. So see, the first whistle you go, and the second whistle, he comes around again, and watch how he drives, continue driving into the ball the entire time. First whistle, second whistle. Always keeping pressure on the head of his stick, working on re-driving, establishing his feet.
Can't tie his shoes, but he can drive.
Continue to work on driving, punching, and rotating around the ball. It shows your face-off men that they don't always have to come out front with the ball. All right? If you're able to rotate quick, though, around the ball and clamp on top of it, we're still able to pop it out for a fast break. Right? A lot of times you'll see face-off guys always want to come out front. Always want to come out front, and sometimes they leave the ball at the X, or the guy comes down the line and they make it 50-50. This drill, right, we're just focusing on the same thing. Drive, punching your feet, right, just getting around it and rotating, making sure you have the ball. And now as you rotate quick, if you do it quick enough and clean, you can now put it between our legs and for a fast break before the wings get to us. That's what you're going to see. All it is a quick rotate around, and now put it through and pick it up. Big thing is, quickly, when he drives into and punches, he's getting his feet going around. Stationary stick. One guy's going full speed and the other has his stick straight up and isn't moving on the whistle. The whistle man likes to come out front. This helps with dragging the ball back first, clear your opponent's stick, and then bring it forward. This drill is great for if you have a guy who likes to jump, just aiming at the stick, using his left hand to punch the head of his stick. He uses his cross to jump over the top with his head, or even raking it out and going to pick it up.
Those all you guys can do this one. There's always a guy that's, the last guy on your roster, a guy that's...
You'll see, he's going hard into it, pinching, pushing, the other guy's stick off the ball. Alright? And then coming out front.
At what point during practice? Is this like pre-practice drills?
Pre-practice and then after practice. We'll do some full field facing stuff during practice, but all the technique stuff, they come out early, half hour, stay after practice as well, half hour. So you're going to see it's going to be the same. One guy has his head of the stick on top of the ball. This is going to again work on driving and pushing your opponent's head off the ball. You see one orange head pushing on top. Now he's working on driving into it hard, getting on top, gaining the advantage.
Right, the stationary guy is obviously cheating. We know that. He's got his stick laying across the top, and we're trying to overemphasize the power of the push to get over the top.
Clamps to a spot. Now we have control over the ball. We have to work on putting it to a spot where we can only get it. There's no point in clamping the ball and throwing it out blindly. Too many times you see a guy who gets on top of it every time, but then he's just pulling it out to nowhere. All right, now if you turn that, we have the advantage to a 50-50 ground ball. You don't know if you're going to win or not. So this helps with now just controlling the ball out front, to the right, behind, just so they can now pick their heads up and get to a spot.
There is nothing more annoying than winning the clamp and working so hard and then losing it on the wing play. There is nothing more annoying to a coach and even to a face-off guy.
Put the ball in the spot where only our teammates can get it. Even if wingmen are hip to hip on the wing, we can still put the ball in a spot where we can only get it. You're going to see the beginning of this drill. You're just going to have him put it between his legs. He picks it up and gets rid of it right away to an outlet on the wing here. Just working on putting it behind them, scooping it up the first time, and getting rid of it right away. The second part of this now is he's putting it to a spot. And you're going to see that it's not back directly behind him or straight over to the wing, but it's more down the hash. So even if we are 10 yards back on the wing, we can still push off our man and now gain the advantage to pick it up. So, carrying it out the back of your stick away from pressure. As long as the ball comes out the back of the stick the first time, you can carry it to open space. Very effective if you have a face-off man that's athletic and able to run away from pressure. All right, now too many times, high school rules, I don't know if this is different in college and high school, but college, we're allowed to clamp on top. All right, and as long as we don't try to pop it out and it doesn't come out, then you're called with holding. All right, but if I clamp on top, get in the back of my stick, and now I run away from pressure, that's fine, you don't have to be called for that. So all this is going against the stationary stick, and now he gets in the back of his stick, runs a couple steps, and then pops out for himself. And again, you can do this in all different directions.
High school coaches, is that all right?
Yep.
Same rule.
Well, they just changed the stick checking rule, and
All right, leg comes up, the ball comes up right away as well. If we clamp on top of it, and we stay on top, and we don't get that right away, we'll be called with the holding. So right away, it has to be simultaneous of clamping on top, picking our head up, and getting out to open space. GB, all it says is getting down, coach will have the ball, and they just have to locate the ball quickly, pick it up, and get rid of it. Have some be an outlet. All it is, locate the ball, pick it up first time, get rid of it quick. And then finally, wing play. Good wing play is essential if you're going to have success facing off. You have to be great ground ball guys. Don't be afraid to mix it up. Communication is key. What we do here is, guys going out for a live face-off. The wing guys are in tight, about 10 yards away from the face-off. All they have to do is talk to their man, tell them where they're at, and where to put the ball. All right, that's